3 sons. As a father of these young men, I work very hard to raise them in a way so that they become the kind of people who work against a culture of rape and misogyny rather than perpetuate it. And if any of my sons were to share or even laugh at the kind of post shared by Mr. Layton, they'd be having a very serious conversation with me. And so I'm here to have a very serious conversation with you, Mr. Layton, about why your actions display poor judgment, a contempt for your constituents, and a level of immaturity below that which I expect of my 9-year-old. And I'd like to add an additional point beyond what my friends here are so eloquently and bravely stating regarding the harmful effects of normalizing sexual violence, and touch on another point in this post, which is actually kind of a recurring theme of yours, which is mocking the appearance of others, particularly women, such as in this additional post which compares Whoopi Goldberg's hairstyle to a dirty mop. I think everyone is well aware that women face far more scrutiny for their appearance than men. The political arena is no exception to that. And you are perpetuating the notion that a woman's worth stems from or is limited by the approval by men of her attractiveness. I also assume you're familiar with the fact that African American hair has been stigmatized and politicized for centuries. In much the same way that women must conform to men's preferences about their bodies to participate in the world, so must Black Americans, particularly Black women, conform to white beauty standards by eliminating their natural hair. So this joke is in particularly poor taste due to its intersection of sexism and racism. Now there's an additional post there, which is a photo of the Obamas and the Clintons with the caption, "A Muslim, a transvestite, a rapist, and Satan walk into a bar." I'm struggling to even find the joke here. For one, calling Obama a Muslim is very 2010. Okay, it's not true, and even if it were, it's irrelevant. The same is true of the attempted insult of Michelle Obama. There's nothing extraordinary about her appearance or gender expression, but because you don't find her attractive, you attack her. Incidentally, I'm now even more proud that last week, Delaware County elected the first Black woman and the first Muslim judge in Pennsylvania. I don't have to explain to my children why it's inappropriate for them to joke about other people's appearances. They get that, they're smart enough to know that. What I should not have to explain to my children is why we have a leader in our community who thinks that it's okay to criticize the appearance of women he doesn't agree with. It's embarrassing and it's unacceptable that you've told more than half of the residents of this township that not only do you not care about them, but you actively disdain them. So I have 3 questions for you, Mr. Layton. First, why are these jokes funny to you? Seriously, I'd like to hear how you would explain the humor in these jokes to your own children. Second, will you apologize to the people of Springfield, particularly the women, the African Americans, and the Muslims who live in our community? And third, will you resign? I'd also like to ask the other commissioners on the board, especially my own 4th Ward Commissioner, Mr. Wexler, whether they're willing to condemn these statements by Mr. Layton or whether they prefer to give them their tacit endorsement. As a resident of Springfield, I expect the Board of Commissioners to hold Mr. Layton accountable by requiring